really want to play this plane, if you really want to play this plane's $150. That's what I thought. I almost want to stay in this fucking game because this guy's just like shitting on everything. Yeah, he's gotten no kills and he's just like shitting on everything. Yeah, I'm staying in it. It's such a good plane, though. If you actually did have the money to burn, I would say definitely get this plane. Yeah, but to tell you to fucking not buy those expensive ass shoes? Probably not. Oh, I can. That's even worse. Oh, yo, scrolling forever. Welcome. Oh yeah, we're back. People from Kick. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming on 3 different platforms right now. So you have 3 different platforms listening to everything you say. Yes. I would be on TikTok right now, but like I have to do short videos to gain 1,000 followers before I start streaming on Kick. No, TikTok. I mean, yes, I would. Honestly, that's what I would really would like to do is that. Why I'm here. Seriously, let me go to this BR. You can only be at 13.0. I mean, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that anytime I'm in game or what. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people who have done that. Where a jet tries to head on a plane and then a plane pilot snipes them. Oh wait, you don't get the air spawn because mine's an interceptor, right? No, mine's a fighter. Yeah, he's a bomber. I don't know why he did that. No, he's never gonna get to the altitude that he needs to be at to nuke somebody. That bomber has like no fucking climb rate. I mean, how would I see how I see it? It is right. Might as well try to reach out to any audience anywhere. You know what I mean? But I feel like TikTok is definitely TikTok. I need to get my hands on TikTok for sure. There's like a I don't know if it's Nvidia or if it's Streamlabs to where like if there's like a kill or something that's really amazing gameplay, it automatically does it in like that short uh short format. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but yeah. Which if I can do that, if it automatically does it, and I can just fucking upload everything. I'll just spam the shit out of it. Every kill is upload. I mean, it's the way to do it. I mean, like, it's kind of stupid to have, like, you gotta have 1,000 followers in order to stream. Kind of insane. But this problem is probably just making sure that you're like a real person, or just basically make sure you stick into the platform instead of just being like, oh, I can just fire it up and stream. I mean, that's probably why you have more people on other platforms, because like you just hit a button and you're live. You know what I mean? You got to do other steps in order to stream. And I bet like the people who, once they can be able to stream, they probably really don't really put that much effort. I mean, even if they were putting much effort into it, they're probably just doing the exact same thing that I'm trying to think of. Yeah, he's going for me. He's actually gassing. No, he's going for you. You gonna go for him? Okay. Yeah, he fucking missed. Fuck that guy, dude. I'll lose my altitude for this fuck. Fuck that point. That's one of those one cheesy planes around this BR, man. You gotta watch out for. No, there's a mosquito on you now. I kind of boomed and zoomed and got out of there. I killed the B7 though. Dude, there's another one super high. Yeah, dude, I might just fucking stay on deck at this point. I already blew my altitude. Nobody's even going for you, but the Spitfire, watch out for. Yeah, I told you it's not that great. Yeah, our team is dookie. Fuck this BR, man. I just don't think that stat card is 100% on it. From what I felt with it, it just seems like it doesn't climb. The turn time is there, but that, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you have anything else up at this high BR, so it's going to be a little rough. You either go climb, or you just suffer and just drop bombs and just cast, and then just like go straight to cast first. Get at least get some sort of ground target kill, and then if somebody tries to press on you, then you just kill them. But I mean, even still, yeah, there's like BF 109s. Yeah, dude, there was like so many other options than that fucking. That FR is a gimmick because of that fucking jet engine, dude. I don't know. It's probably really good at higher altitude, but it's just like, dude, I don't even know. Good luck trying to get to 5,400. I mean, even my plane's even rough because it's at 5,000, but I still feel like it climbs better. It's 18.6, while this one's 23. I don't know. What are you going to switch your plane to? Yeah. What have you researched yet? Are you actually like researching like once you get into the like outside of the rank, or you just like trying to research everything in the fucking rank? You know what I mean? Yeah, you should probably like get into the next best plane. Sevens, you can easily get up to 4.7. There's the VB, which is, I would say, you probably really like the threes. It's a very user friendly plane. France, with that plane, you're kind of limited, to be honest, because like your next best plane would be probably the P-63 or the VB-1002, and that's kind of it. Because all their good planes are premiums. Yeah. Is it the SB2C5? Oh, yeah. They're they're rough around early BR. I mean, you do get six gun. You do get six cannons, six 50s, but like you are a land yacht or an air yacht, basically. You're not going to be able to turn. Like like I don't even have that thing stocked with you. So if you're gonna play this thing out, max speed is 448. Well, we are at 2.7, so that is slow. And then turn time is 33.3 seconds. Rate of climb's 5.2. Spitfire would be good, yeah. So if you really want to have a better time, yes, fighters. But if you want to go down to like the Seafire is a Spitfire, by the way. So there's ones on the left and there's an actual Spitfire on to the right, which is 5.7. So I don't know if you knew. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Seafire's 5.0. So, but I mean, even if you like, this is where you can try out planes because like you still have some GE, right? Or did you all know you spent it on that one plane? Say there are. I mean, I'm trying to find a cheap Spitfire that could pick up just so you can actually really play it without spending anything. I mean, 1,000 GE is really nothing. It's $6, so I'm trying to help you out to give you like at least the best experience because the Spitfire is completely different gameplay. Like that's legit just a dogfighter. Because there are some lower ones. Like the entry one you have is really good, but you will grow out of it really quick, and then you just be like, damn, like Like, yeah, we did tell you to get the P41 because it's really good, but then you're kind of like, France is just kind of a lackluster nation until you get up into basically 9-0 higher. You know what I mean? Because that's where that nation actually really shined. It's legit just copy and pasted bullshit. So hold on before you spend money. Wait. Did you buy G? But why are you going to use it on France though? There is no Seafire. Huh? Not a premium one. So yeah, you don't spend any GE on normal vehicles. That's crazy. There is one. Well, US has higher though. It's at 5.7 though. So, but that one's going to be more money. There is one. So if you want to, what? No. Wait, hold on. Mustang, no. At 3.7? I mean, MB5 is not a turn fighter though. Like that's boom and zoom. I don't know if you really want that though. I mean, it's a decent plane. Now, are you going to be like that great of a plane? No, I don't have it. I still need to pick that plane up, but you have 20-second climb rate at 740, which 740 is a little slow in my opinion. I mean, as 740, it's kind of better than most things, but there are planes up there that could catch you, and then especially getting an up tier, like you are screwed. So is you gotta look for Spitfires. Spitfires is going to be expensive though. Depends on what BR. There's one at 3.0 that costs 1,500. That's the one I was looking at, just so you can test it out without actually. There's Britain. Because BF109s, Boom and Zoomers, Yaks, Boom and Zoomers, Yaks and BF109s is honestly like one of the best planes around this BR. But if you really want to experience the turn fighting, because are you on arcade? So yes, if you want a higher plane, ideally you probably want a higher plane because that one plane can research everything all the way up to that rank. But I'm just trying to save you some money since you say you're on your little Musk app or whatever is telling you not to spend money. So I was trying to work around that and at least help you out. I don't know what's at 2000. You got to share your screen at this point on Discord because like I own every premium. Uh, I own every premium in the game, so it doesn't tell me how much stuff costs. So I have to look at every nation. Spitfires is honestly where it's at if you want to experience fights, but I mean, you could go for a zero. Fuck, do I make it bigger than this? Zoom in. It's not zoomed in. How do I make it? I know your password. Yeah. Because you probably didn't do game capture. You probably just did computer monitor. Again, this is game capture, I think. Because it's within the game. Yeah, see, I don't have to do all this. Why do you gotta do so many steps? PayPal. Alright, so if I have 2,000. Now the real question is, you want a plane? You want a tank? What do you want? Probably a plane, right? See, why is this so small though? Hold on. Let me go full screen. Okay. I mean, my a P-51. It's not really a dogfighter. But no, I was looking at the 371. Honestly, like that one that you just looked at is really good, but I don't know how much. That's well, you're in arcade. Exit out your screen. Oh, you're in ground realistic. Go in the middle underneath the ready button. Click on that. Now click Air RB. There you go. Now it shows you a different BR system because it varies. So now that one Spitfire you were looking at before that was 2.7 is 3.0. But that's why I was saying that NB5, you were not picking that NB5 up because that is way more. So you're on a limited budget here, but go in other nations though. I will say that's a pea shooter, but to get your go down. Wait. Just go down. Yeah, just exit out. I just want to see what you can actually buy. Not a whole lot. Go down. Hold on. Go back up. Obviously, you want to stick within the range that you can purchase. So go back up. So you have the X, which is extremely goaded. Now go to Germany. That thing almost turns like a Spitfire. Not even gonna lie. So you have. I wouldn't go for any. You have a Yak 1B, which is kind of nasty, which is at 3.0. Go down a little bit more. So Germany, you actually have more options to where you can research into higher BRs. Are they going to be like turn fighting planes? No, the FW-190 is basically a boom and zoom. So go back up a little bit. So I wouldn't really say anything with Germany. Go to Russia. See, I wouldn't really spend any money on P-63s because you can just get it in the US, so it doesn't make any sense. Even P-47, don't even worry about it. Go down a little bit. Okay, so yeah, Russia's out the question unless you're trying to buy marketplace vehicles. Obviously, there's the Spitfire, which we know about. What goes on with Japan? Japan would be in the same boat that you would like. So 100, which you honestly wouldn't like that. There's a P-51, which is no good. Can you scroll up a little bit? Let's see here. Scroll up again. There's like you got three good options that I would say what you spend your money on. So there's that BF. All right, well you just switched, so never mind. So if you scroll up, so there's that BF 109E7 if you scroll up. So there's that. It's a BF 109. It sits at 3.0. It is a little low, but if you look at the reward down in the very bottom left of that window that you look at, you see the rewards. The rewards on this is actually insane. But it's not a turn. I guess we want to go to the next one, next nation. So those would be your one options. Go to China. Why are you skipping over a whole bunch of nations? I mean, who the fuck cares? You want to play? It's a video game. You think it's 1-to-1 ratio? No. So there's an A6M2. Climb rate kind of sucks, but the turn rate is pretty good. You do get 20s. So that's a turn fighter. Sevens I wouldn't really worry about. So Italy. It is a nice jet, but it is a very expensive jet just to have for USA. So I wouldn't really buy it. I don't have it. They have one in the tech tree, and there's better jets you could put up, like possibly buy. That's almost around that same price range. So next nation. So you have a higher one instead of being at 3.0. There is a Spitfire MKVB Trop right there, which is a better Spitfire. I have that one and I do like to use that one. It is rank 3, so if you do events or battle passes, that plane will count towards it. Anything below rank 3 does not count towards events or basically battle passes. So that's another thing you want to keep in mind too. If you don't really care about it yet, you just want to learn the game, then you don't have to worry about it. So there's that one. You can look at the stats. That one's 573 with a 16.5 turn rate, which is absolutely insane. 17.8 on the other one, and British 2.3 or 3.01 has a 15.1, which is actually insane too, and a 19.4 climb rate, which is still insane with the 571. So 571, okay, 571, 15, 19. So honestly, like the speed difference isn't like too far off. The 371 has a different turn time, like it's a whole second less. I think your rate of climb's way better than the other one. Ooh, well, that one's 19.4, which was Italy. Italy was. So you have a less climb rate, but I mean, you actually have 20s on this one, which is like pretty nice. We already know what France is. Go to France, since you love France so much. Well, it's not a turn fighter, but yet that Yak 3 is absolutely nasty. But it's a boom and zoom fighter. Rate of climb and speed, as you can see, 654, 17 and 0.4, which is not a bad turn time. So like you can almost still turn fight with a Spitfire, but you're still probably going to lose if you lose your energy. But that rate of climb is 21.3. If you want to like main France for whatever goddamn reason, the Yak 3 for sure. Like I have it. Like that Yak 3 is nasty. So now the one thing is, do you have multiple keybind mouse? Yeah, right. I think I remember you saying that. So what you want to do is separate your I don't know if you have done it yet. So if you go up to your controls, settings, controls, go to the weaponry, you overshot it, weaponry. All right. So you want your small calibers and your large calibers set up on a different keybind. So I don't know how many buttons your mouse has. Well, this is where you need to choose whatever mouse button, that extra mouse button, and you would have to set it to a different keybind. You have to macro to it to something different. Do you want me to show you? No, keep that one as that one. Do that one differently. Do you want me to show you basically my keybinds really quick? Just to kind of give you a visual thing? Or see, I don't know what your mouse button 4 is set up to now. Well, you got to clear it. Okay, click on that really quick again. Okay, hold on. Cancel. Go down to the very bottom. Oh, no. Go back up again. Click on that spawn again. Yes. Go on the bottom right. Hit that one with the X on it. Right next to it. Now put in your button into it. Because you had like 5 different keybinds on it. See, now I don't know what that button is set to, so now you have to test fly it. That's all you really need. We're not trying to overcomplicate shit. Now test fly it first before we actually go into it. Yeah, that's how you practice. So you don't want tracers. No, fuck no. You don't want tracers. You want the air targets. And then for the 20s, you want the tracers for that one. All right. So shoot your one mouse button that you set up for your main cannon. Is it different from your other one though? There you go. That's all you need then. So now basically how you gauge your shots is you want to fire your light one first, which is your main normal mouse button. The other one is basically when you dialed in all those smaller rounds, then you fire your big cannon. So now you're not wasting 2 cannons worth of ammo, or you can just basically make your ammo last twice as long, basically. Well, yeah, I told you about this, but you didn't listen. Yeah. There's a lot of things I told you about, but like this is why like I just share you a fucking video at this point because if you don't listen to me now or you never have, I'm gonna send you a fucking video, and if you don't listen to that, yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. Because at this point, you just wasted my time. I don't even you don't fucking care. Yeah. Now you have air target belts in, so you're not really gonna be killing an MBT or anything like that. So you're not gonna be killing any of those. Like you just basically set up for air. but you are like a booming zooming, but you can, if you need a turn fight, you can. That's a jet, so you're not going to catch up to it. So, all right, well, let's play this thing then. Yes, we're gonna play the plane that you just played, you just picked, you just bought. Like it's a really good plane. I know. This is what I try to tell you about. Why do you think everyone just plays the fucking yak and they don't play nothing else? I sent you an invite. But yeah, the Yak 3 is probably one of the most busted planes around this BR. Other than the ones I told you about, with basically XP50, the Yaks, and BF109s. Hmm? I sent one to you. You see the bottom 3 bars down in the bottom right? So you basically set up your 2 keybinds. Now that that goes against all planes. So which is like really helpful. So like if you have 7.7s, which is a smaller caliber gun, you would shoot those first and hold off on your bigger cannons. Mainly because the Yaks don't really have that much ammo for the Shavaks. But the good thing is about this plane is you do have 50s, but you don't have many 50s either. So don't get that. It's a very shitty tank. I mean, if you want to get it for the time being, yeah, but it's like honestly shit. If you think that would help you out for your France ground, which is honestly the dumbest thing ever, it's a shitty Leopard, but all right. France is very shitty in the game. You chose one of the worst nations to go down into, basically across the board, other than their top tier air. I hate to break it to you. Yeah, then there'll probably be less fighting and less drama bullshit that I don't like. Seems like every time there's always some drama. This isn't your fucking Kim Kardashian show, man. I just want to play a goddamn game. Just saying. Keep that shit in your personal life, man. This guy and his fucking bomber. Huh? No, why the fuck am I gonna watch? Dude, I don't give a shit about some celebrity, man. Even though she has helped out a lot with, like, just charities and shit. But I don't give a fuck about it. Alright, climb to the left a little bit. I don't care, man. Like, dude, let them be, man. Like, that's just not a lifestyle that I don't even want to be about. Yeah, and you're in the wrong state. Whatever happened to your fucking charity to the fires? But what about the billions of dollars that just went missing? And then, like, the one guy that was all about, he was running your state, when they asked about it, he was just dancing and smiling. Kind of weird. Yeah, yeah, your governor. They basically there was an interview about him asking about like where the money went, and then like he just kind of like did some weird like nonchalant, just like he just started dancing and uh, California's pretty sure gays live everywhere, so it's kind of like no excuse. Is it? You can't even afford to live there. Especially with the amount of money you make. So, kind of, you know. You know, got some shit in you. So now, like, we're at like bomber altitude. Yeah, you see those Spitfires there? We're about like 1 to 2K above those Spitfires. Okay, so there's that one plane that I said we need to worry about, the I-225. He is 4.7, I believe, so he is a point higher than us. Which he's got nothing but Shivaks. It's the same cannon we have. He's just a really nasty plane. But we can still keep on climbing. That's why I wanted to side climb, because by the time we get up, we get up to these other enemies, like we force down all these other people who are down below. Oh shit, he just fucking got missiled. Yeah, there's a 190 that actually has those missiles. It's a bomber. I don't remember if it has a bunch of frontal guns, so you're gonna have to watch out. You could potentially go for that, but I always just like to go to fighters. So now, congrats. We are the highest ones on the playing field, other than that the B-26. If you want to. Just go to the left. You see where I'm going? Just go straight. So yes, this plane does it all. So this is where you can actually really get a good practice in. It's a yak. It's fast. It can turn. It can climb. You don't have a shit ton of ammo, but you have really good ammo. You have 50s and 20s. Why do we want to get behind him? He's a bomber. I'm gonna kill him. I don't know what you're doing. You were taking so long. Alright. We're still high. We can just basically go after anyone now. Yeah. Because you don't listen to me. Okay. Because you don't listen to me. And it frustrates the shit out of me. Because, like, you ask me, like, hey, I want to be good. Tell me how to be good. Tell me how to be good. And through the DMs. And I'm just like, okay. Then I try to tell you in person. And then you don't listen. How do you want me to react? No, it's just the bomber that we just went after. Just don't go behind him. The bomber. Like if you go behind him, there's gonna have to be angles. He's on fire, so. Like, it'd be one thing if you listen and then be like, all right, well, let me watch those videos, or at least what, like, I named, hmm? Yeah, you can't dive completely down. Your rip speed's around 600. Well, yeah, every plane has a rip speed. Yeah, it's not arcade. I mean, it's basically how you're gonna learn. More alcohol. Doing. So if I game tomorrow, you're not gonna be drinking, are you? If it's gonna be like this, I don't know, man. I mean, you kind of called me a fucking kid. Like one of the worst kids out of them all today. All right. Did Roman tell you what to go into for your pilot and everything else, or skills? No, that's the one you GE'd. So yeah. You don't really need anything from that. You don't need anything from that. So hold on. Go back to qualification. Back up to the top. What are you doing? Back up to the top. Qualification. Do that. You're gonna be basically broke, but that's gonna make your plane even better, though. So basically, that's experting and acing a crew on the processing. It tells you right there. But if you hover over the gold star, those stars that go down, yes. So you can now, if you go to the next one, that's right next to it, it adds the +2 to it. So the first one adds +2, and then the other one adds +2 to it. So I mean, if you do bombers, then yes, but if you don't do bombers, you can put it towards a vehicle, like tank wise. Like those crew points transfers over between vehicles or both. No, not really. Like if you put in like what did you have in that slot before? Yes. Well, what do you have that wasn't a plane in that slot? Did you have a tank? What about your boat? No. You can just go down to the bottom, which would be those are your loadouts. Go down to the bottom. Down to the bottom left. Presets. Those are your presets. Click on your presets. Not that one. Click on your presets. All right, so it's not that one. So you put nothing in your presets. Do you have like a shitty boat that you can toss into basically where your P40 is? Just toss it in there for the time being. Just put in like a lowest whatever boat you have in, just so I can show you. I mean, you have boats. Is it because we're not in boats? Okay. Okay, so now if you click on that person now for crew, all those points that you didn't use for the aircraft, now it's transferred to boats. So that's where I'm like, well, if you don't really play bombers, you don't really need to put it into defense. You can basically put it into other tech tree stuff. See, if you look at mine, right? If you look on my stream, I don't know if you're looking. Yeah, well, stream, yes. Because you see how many I have down in the bottom, right? I don't know if you can actually see it because I know my bar is in the way. Well, yeah, my bar is in the way. Hold on, let me actually fucking. There it is. So, right? You can see how many presets I have. I have one just for boats, so I can actually move him around to help level up my crews in other spots. So if I max out a boat, then I can actually put that crew points into a tank. And then I usually have one for air, but like I don't have one for air. For a perfect example, like I have an aviation one strictly just for planes. And then like I have all these other ones for tanks, basically because I do tanks. Then I have one strictly for boats, which is going to be a while before you get there because like I have a whole bunch of stuff here. But yeah, like you could set it up your presets like that. I haven't set up for all the BRs that I enjoy, which you could potentially do at some point. But yeah.